Did you know that freezing human eggs, a revolutionary tool for fertility preservation, wasn't even offered to the public until 2012? Not 1950, not 1980, not even 2005. Only in 2012 did science finally crack the code, unlocking a future where women could preserve their ability to have children later in life. Why the delay? What held the medical world back? And how did a single innovation change the course of reproductive history? Stick around, because what you're about to learn will completely reframe what you thought you knew about fertility, time, and science. So before we dive in, just to let you know that we're seeing that 55% of our viewers who watch our channel regularly have not subscribed to us yet, so we're asking you a favor. Before we start our deep dive, if you like us and want to support us, there's a free and simple way to do that. Just hit that subscribe button so that you never miss out when we put out new videos. We assure you that we will commit to bringing you the best videos each week. We also crave your feedback and suggestions as we aim to give you the best content possible. And now to our feature presentation. Let's start with the basics. Egg freezing, officially called oocyte cryopreservation, is a process where a woman's eggs are extracted, frozen, and stored for future use. Sounds simple, right? But it's anything but. The human egg is one of the largest and most delicate cells in the body. It's packed with water and incredibly fragile. That makes freezing it a scientific nightmare. Why? Because when water freezes, it turns into crystals, and when ice crystals form inside an egg cell, they can shred it from the inside out, destroying its ability to be fertilized. For decades, this one hurdle, crystal formation, blocked the entire field. Cryopreservation has existed since the 1950s. We've successfully frozen sperm and embryos for decades, but eggs, that was the holy grail. Eggs are highly sensitive to temperature change. During the old freezing methods, the slow drop in temperature gave water molecules time to organize, forming lethal ice crystals. And even when scientists tried flash freezing techniques, they couldn't prevent internal ice formation. It was like trying to preserve a snowflake by dropping it into liquid nitrogen, only to watch it shatter. Then, everything changed. In the early 2000s, researchers began testing a new method, vitrification. This wasn't just freezing, it was transforming the egg into a glass-like state, skipping the crystal stage entirely. Instead of lowering the temperature gradually, vitrification uses a supercooled solution and ultra-rapid cooling rates, plunging the egg into temperatures of -196 degrees Celsius in milliseconds. The result? No crystals, no shattering, no damage. Just a perfectly preserved egg, suspended in time. Vitrification had been used in other biological applications, but adapting it to the egg took years of experimentation. By 2008, early results were promising. By 2010, it was quietly being perfected. And in 2012, the American Society for Reproductive Medicine finally gave it the green light. Egg freezing was ready for the world. Before 2012, egg freezing was considered experimental. Doctors were reluctant to recommend it, insurance didn't cover it, and most clinics wouldn't even offer it unless you were undergoing chemotherapy. But when vitrification showed egg survival rates jumping from 50% to over 90%, the scientific community couldn't ignore it. That year, a landmark statement declared egg freezing safe, effective, and no longer experimental. Suddenly, women weren't just freezing eggs because of illness, they were freezing them by choice. For the first time in history, fertility preservation was a proactive decision. The numbers don't lie. In 2009, only a few hundred women froze their eggs in the US. By 2023, that number had jumped to over 25,000 per year. And it's not just women in their 30s. Today, clinics report rising demand from women as young as 25, who want to secure their options before age-related fertility decline sets in. The success rates are rising too. Thanks to vitrification, frozen eggs now fertilize and implant at nearly the same rate as fresh ones. It's not science fiction anymore. It's science fact. For women facing medical treatments like chemotherapy or autoimmune diseases, egg freezing is more than a choice. It's a lifeline. Before vitrification, many of these women lost their ability to conceive permanently. Now they can preserve their eggs before treatment and have biological children later, on their terms. But it's not just medical patients. More and more women are using egg freezing to buy time, to build careers, find the right partner, or simply wait until they feel ready. It's a revolution in reproductive autonomy. There's a phrase you've probably heard: the biological clock is ticking, and for decades that clock ruled women's lives. It was like career or kids, education or motherhood, family now or maybe never. But, vitrification broke that clock, or at least gave women a way to hit pause. In a world where women live longer, work longer, and take longer to settle down, science finally caught up with society. Freezing eggs doesn't guarantee a baby, but hey, it restores choice, and that might be the most powerful advancement of all. But let's not pretend it's all perfect. Egg freezing is expensive. A single cycle can cost $10,000 to $20,000, and that doesn't include storage or later IVF costs. Access is limited. Insurance rarely covers it unless you're sick. And some critics worry about companies that now offer egg freezing as a workplace perk, as if telling women to delay motherhood for productivity. Ethical debates rage on. Are we empowering women or pressuring them? Is this liberation or a band-aid over a broken system? Science gave us the power. Now we're still figuring out how to use it responsibly. Globally, the ripple effect is massive. Countries like Japan, Spain, Israel, and the UK have embraced vitrification. Some nations offer it as part of public health care, and the science keeps evolving. Researchers are now exploring how to freeze ovarian tissue, immature eggs, and even how to extend egg lifespan using stem cells. We're witnessing the dawn of a reproductive revolution, and it all started when we figured out how to stop ice from forming in a single cell. Here's the truth. Until 2012, the ability to freeze a human egg safely simply didn't exist. Today it's an option, a backup plan, a second chance. But beyond the science, what egg freezing really gave women was time. And with time comes freedom. So next time you hear the words biological clock, remember this: the clock still ticks. But thanks to science, now you can decide when to start it. If you learned something new today, hit that like button, subscribe for more mind-blowing facts, and share this video with someone who should know this. And tell us in the comments, did you know that egg freezing was only made public in 2012? What do you think about this scientific milestone? See you in the next one.